Hello and welcome. Here's a short video where I talk about the atom. Atoms are incredible things. Atoms basically make up, here's a little arrow, make up everything we see in our world. Atoms make up this piece of paper, atoms make up my hand, atoms make up this camera. Remember that God is not made out of atoms. God is not made out of atoms, or God was not made by anyone, but God is not atoms. God is not atoms. But trees are made up of atoms. Everything around us we see are made up of atoms, and atoms have a nucleus, and the nucleus is made up of positively charged protons, P plus for protons, N0 for neutrons. They have neutrally charged neutrons, and then moving around the nucleus are electrons, and we write it like this, E minus for an electron. So that's something about the atoms. When thinking about atoms, there are a whole bunch of words that you need to know. You need to know what atoms are. You need to know the electron, the proton, as I've just mentioned here, 3 words. There are a bunch of other words you need to know. You need to know about neutrons. As I said, they are neutrally charged particle. What's a particle? Well, particle is basically a thing. A particle is a particle, it's a thing, it's a tiny thing, substance, matter that makes up atoms. You need to know what allotropes are, and allotropes are basically molecules or substances that are made of the same element but look different. So graphite, charcoal, and diamonds are all allotropes of the element carbon. Diamond looks very different to charcoal. Graphite looks different to diamond, but they're all made out of carbon, and they're allotropes of each other. An element, what's an element? Well, elements, atoms of different sizes are known as elements. So you have oxygen, we write O, you have nitrogen, we write N, you have hydrogen, we write H. So atoms of different sizes give us elements. What else do you need to know? With atoms, you need to know what a molecule is. Molecules are basically when atoms join together. So here's one atom, there's another atom, there's another atom, there's another atom. Molecule. You need to know 3-dimensional aspect of molecules. That molecules are 3-dimensional. They're not 1-dimensional. So this is 1 dimensions. That's your X and your Y. That's 2D. They are 3D, so they have what we call a Z-axis. Z, X, Y, Z. Molecules are 3-dimensional. Why are you 3-dimensional? Why are you 3-dimensional? Because your molecules are 3-dimensional. We need to know about enantiomers, and I'll get more into that in another video. We need to know about those. With the atom, we need to know the word nucleon. Nucleon, it's any particle that's in the nucleus, such as the P plus and the N0. Polyatomic means that there's more than one atom. So molecules are polyatomic. Polymer, polymer is a molecule with repeating units, such as plastic. We need to know about properties. I'm going to get to that in a few minutes. We need to know about the different properties. The old models of the atom and the new model. The new model is known as the quantum model, and this is going to be very important. It's the new model. By a model, I mean it's the new idea, and then there's the old idea. And the old models came from people like the Greeks, a man by the name of Dalton, Thomson, Rutherford. Okay, let's keep going. Here's a picture of what an atom could look like. It was taken by something called an electron microscope. And here's one atom. Quite interesting. Right, let's play with a little bit of dough. So here's an idea to help you understand. If that is one atom, together makes what? The molecule. So one atom together, two atoms together, or if that's one atom, that's another atom, that's another atom, three together gives us molecule. Let's keep going. I have mentioned this already, but it's just helpful to know protons, positive charge, electron, negative charge, found in the orbital, which is the movement of electrons around the nucleus. These are found in the nucleus. They have a mass of 1 AMU, the neutrons 1 AMU, but electrons basically 0. So if you have an atom that loses an electron, if something loses a negative, it becomes positive. But if something gains an electron, it becomes negative. As I said, atoms of different sizes are called elements, and all substances have characteristics or properties. And these are the main properties I'm going to go through quickly. You have extensive properties, and they depend on the amount of matter. So volume and mass, those are extensive properties. They depend on the amount. So volume or mass, those are extensive properties. You've got intensive properties. They don't depend on the amount, such as the boiling point. So H2O, water, will boil at 100 degrees Celsius by the sea, no matter the amount. So intensive properties don't depend on the amount, such as the boiling point. If you have 1 mole of water or 100 mole of water, it'll still boil at 100 degrees Celsius. That's its intensive property. We can also call properties or characteristics of molecules by this word, physical property, a characteristic that can be observed without changing the molecule structures, such as the melting or the boiling point. That's the physical property. It's a characteristic that can be observed without changing the molecule structure. Like I used the example of water boiling. And then the last property we have are chemical properties. Chemical properties. This relates to a molecule's ability to change. A change that results in a different molecule, such as the burning of charcoal. So those are chemical properties. Right, we're done for this video. Here's a few questions that I would like you to do. Great, good luck.